Hello, my name is Lisa Ward, and today I'm going to be discussing what you can learn from a user by using website analytics and how to use this information to gear your website towards users and how it's actually a great usability method and a tool. Website analytics has many different capabilities that can help to get to know your user and build the website with them in mind. This way you may learn things about these users that you may not have found in other usability studies. First, we will look at the value of knowing the technological and demographic aspects of a user. These factors could weigh heavily while maintaining a website, and it starts to scrape the surface of understanding our user. While I will be focusing on using Google Analytics, there are other tools out there that you can use for website analytics as well. I recommend researching which program suits your business's needs the best. So the first thing that we can learn about the user is their geographic location. Depending on the company, it might be useful to focus on either global, nationwide, or even city-to-city demographics. For a large company like Apple, it'd be useful to see what countries its users are from, while a smaller scale website like Mohegan Sun would want to know what states is getting traction from and then market accordingly from that. It might seem small, but it's actually really good to know the common browsers being used to access the website as well. This way, website designers can focus on optimizing for these types of browsers. And on the same note, we can see how many users use a mobile phone versus a desktop to access the site. This would be helpful in the same way as the web designer can see how important it is to have a mobile optimized site or not. Another thing you can find out through website analytics is view count and rankings. This is a way to evaluate which web pages should be displayed more prominently than others and possibly restructure pages with lower view counts. From this, we can see that relatively simple data can impact the way that a website is designed, because the more we know about the user, the more the website can work for the user. Next, we're going to look at how user behavior can be analyzed and what to do with this information. One important user behavior to consider is how many of your users are new to the website versus those who are returning. Having a handle on this may help reevaluate who you're trying to reach and how to get users to return to the site. Another piece of data to look at is how many days since the user's last session. This tells you how frequently users come to your site. This data is important to websites who want users to keep coming back as many times as possible, such as blog sites or a website that has new content coming out frequently. One of the many examples of success using Google Analytics is the American Cancer Society. Their goal is to gauge how users interact with their websites and get a sense of how users change their behavior and engage with these users more effectively. They were able to collect information on Google Analytics about the users. From this, they found that there were groups of people who clicked on certain topics of the site, those who clicked on categories related to information seekers, event participants, and donors. This helped to create personas for the users and track their behaviors over time. The American Cancer Society analyzed areas that we discussed before, such as how frequent users were viewing the site and how many pages of the site they were viewing. They also tailored Google Analytics to meet their needs, such as research on the revenue or donations received from the users. From this information, the American Cancer Society altered the website to focus on these three groups of users that I mentioned before. All of the research was implemented onto the site, and they began to see the site performance increase, including a 5.4% bump in revenue that year. All in all, it will be very valuable to track this data over time. By tracking website results quarterly, you can make comparisons and track your changes. This would allow for a company to tell how well a change to the content on a web page was responded to from quarter 1 to quarter 4. This is a generally free way to gain an abundance of knowledge on your users without having the users knowingly participate. Recording and implementing information found this way is a great way to assess and evaluate the content and structure of your website over time. That concludes the presentation. Thank you for listening and have a great day.